my favourite pictures of all are those that I took of my mother when I was a teenager. And there's one I still have it, and she was dressing up to go to a ball, and there was like mirrors behind her, like makeup mirrors, and there's the light above her head is right on it like a halo. And it's still my favourite picture. It's taken on a very, very old camera with a film that you haven't been able to buy the film for 30, 40 years. It was like a postcard-sized film. And so photography has always intrigued me. It's very interesting because there is the subject. There is the person. There is the tree. There is but it's not that. It's going beyond that. Susan's called the title of one of my photography books, Beyond the Obvious. I was out this morning walking around here. I must have taken about 300 photographs. But with every one, I'm saying this, with every one, I'm got this relate with a twig, with a single leaf sometimes, with a bit of dirt on the ground, little anthills. They're great little anthills. But it's always, I'm saying thank you. I'm relating to it. It's a two-way thing. Even I take pictures of people they don't know I'm taking them of. It still is a two-way thing. Photography is a wonderful medium for practicing the art of relationship. It's relating to the other and seeing the other, not just the superficial, but going deeper and seeing into it. So it's not just a picture of a twig. No, it's creation as that twig. And I'm saying thank you to the twig, and I know in a way the twig is saying thank you back to me. The least powerful word I would use, the least, is to have admiration. And admiration means, it comes from the same origin as miracle and marvel. It's something that, you see, it's like a miracle. The way this twig is just gone like that, it's like a miracle. Then you frame it just in a certain way, but always looking through the viewfinder. I've done this, as I say, 300 odd times this morning on this long walk, but every one I'm seeing, for want of a better word, an instance of God. Call it what you like. There, and I'm relating to it, and it in its own way is relating back to me. It's not the obvious. That's why I like my favourite pictures for demonstration are those that you can't say, what the heck is it a picture of? It's a bit of rust. It's a bit of this. It's a bit of glass. I don't want, because if I just say it's a bit of rust, it's a bit of rust. No. It's, for want of a better word, God as a bit of rust. It's a feeling it creates. It's the dance of the eyes. And what goes beyond that. It's the feeling inside. It's not what it seems to be, or just that. It's underneath. It's something underneath that, and that's when it starts to be used what you might call a more aspirational way. Now, to go back with photography as a cantillation, it must be 30 years ago when I started to do it for people who came to me, students. I had a man who was a gopher for a porno film company. And his job was to drive all the chicks to and from the locations and to get them coffee. And he himself had never taken what you might call a serious photograph in his life. So I got up my Nikon, my old beloved Nikon F3, and I set it on a tripod just in my garden. And I said, just have a look through it. Now, the Nikon F3 is a very special camera, particularly when you have a viewfinder where you look down into the image. It helps you to sort of concentrate and go deeper. Much better than look at a viewfinder this way. And just as he starts to look into it, you can just feel him, you can just feel his expansion. And he's smiling. And he says, this is it. So I called up his father. They had some money. I said, look, go and, if you can afford it, go and get him this F3, very expensive, professional camera. It's not like toys, professional camera, and this lens and a tripod and so forth. He brings it home, and the next day, or it must be 2 or 3 days, whatever, when he got the slides developed, he brought me the pictures. And he got out that night and he'd taken pictures of the car headlights on the thruway. He'd taken pictures of a single gas jet in the kitchen oven. You know, I mean, he saw beyond the obvious. He's now quite a famous photographer. I hope he's still doing it with the love he had as an amateur, you know, because it's hard when you become a professional. But he changed, his life changed. And photography can have... You see, one of the beauties of photography is that you got the picture, just like you framed me in this camera. You've got it here, you move it just there, and you move it, and you say, now that's it, I've got it. What have you got? You've got some feeling inside you, some way that you can relate better to it now than you could there. It's there all the time. The relationship is there. It's just easier for you to see and always for the viewer later. Every picture I take is for someone to hopefully be benefited by it later. That's the purpose. I've taken many pictures. But every one for years has been that somebody will be helped as a result of that. Be closer in some way to being healed. To me, that's just to do it for myself. It doesn't have any interest for me because I'm not a photographer. I'm not a painter. I'm not a musician. I'm a healer, and these are some of the modalities I use. But it's always, if it's not going to raise the life energy, there's no point in painting it. There's no point in singing it. There's no point in photographing it. You know? But anything. I can photograph your shirt now. I can, if I frame it like that, and I start to relate to it, and it will come back to me. And we'll have like this mutual admiration. And that picture can be used. And very often I'm thinking of a particular person who needs help, and I hope that they will see it and be able to use it. Now, I can give them the picture. It doesn't mean it will do anything. They've got to be prepared within themselves to want to be helped by it. Just looking on the wall doesn't do very much. It's just decoration. But to use it in this way, here, look, there's beautiful patterns on your shirt. Beautiful. I mean, you know, it's there, and it's calling to me. It not you, but that shirt button there, and that little fold, and those little creases is calling to me.